Thanks for joining us on the Northwoods Family Channel. We're continuing our week-long overland camping trip of the Black Hills. So far, we've spent 3 nights in the hills, starting at Mount Rushmore, riding north all the way to Spearfish, and now we're headed southwest, where we are going to spend the night at what turned out to be probably the most spectacular view I've ever had from a remote campsite in my life. But we're going to start the day with a ride up Custer Peak, which you definitely won't want to miss. Lots of adventure lies ahead. We're only halfway through our incredible adventure, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the rest of the journey or any of our videos about our planning or the gear we used along the way. Part 4 of our Black Hills Overland adventure out of our Polaris General is coming up next. All right, some donut action this morning so we can get going and riding sooner.
And I got the one that everybody else wanted.
That's right. That sticky bun looks pretty good too. So knock on wood, the only repair of the trip so far has been the knee pad off the back of the seat that my son pulled off. So he also ripped his audio cord, so he doesn't have any audio now. He can't communicate with us in his helmet. So the things you think to do when you're 3, but there's consequences for those actions. So my 3-year-old has been harder on our machine than all of these trails have so far. There are a couple rides we wanted to do with Camp 5 and the Red Lake, but they're just really out of our way, and we want to get south because we do want to get a good variety. We kind of want to cover spots of the whole hills. So we'll have to come back and do them some other time, but so we're at Roubaix. We're going to run up here, hit Custer Peak, just because that's a real popular spot. There's a really nice view there. And then I think we're going to continue on, and then we're going to jump on this ride here, which is a Stage Yard Dumont ride. And that sounds pretty good. And we're going to take some of these trails here. Who knows where we'll wind up. And then we'll come down south, down here over to Black Fox. That's supposed to be a really good ride. We'll ride that. So that's up there in pink now. And then from there, we'll probably head out. This Antelope Springs ride is really remote. So we might try to hit that up tonight and then, finish up camp. I don't know, somewhere around here tonight. Yeah, so potentially we could, if we could get these down to like 2, they would fit a little bit better. They wouldn't stick up so high. Same thing.
So hook onto there.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
That feels a lot better. A lot of stuff. I don't know, it took us maybe 20 minutes to get everything packed up. Once it was in the bags just to get it up here on the General. So a lot of stuff. Like I said, there's a few things we could do without, but for our first trip, I think I'm pretty happy with what we brought, and it's been traveling really well. So day of riding, on to our next spot. Catch up with Mama. If you are riding in the Black Hills and find yourself anywhere near Custer Peak, it is definitely worth a stop. I can see why it's such a popular ride for off-roaders. The trails in the area are varied and fun. They're a mix of rock and dirt, snaking their way across ridgetops and through pine forests. And of course, when you actually get to Custer Peak, you're treated to what is probably the best view in the Black Hills. At 6,801 feet, it's not the highest point in the hills. That would be Harney Peak or Black Elk Peak, which I've hiked several times, but the view is just as spectacular, and you can actually see 4 states from the summit: South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. Custer Peak, of course, was named after General George Armstrong Custer, who explored the Black Hills in 1874. The first fire tower on the summit was built in 1911, and the current building, which is no longer used as a lookout tower, was constructed in 1941 by the Civilian Conservation Corps. Now, we almost didn't do Custer Peak because we'd seen so much about it in other videos, but we are sure glad we did. It's definitely a must-stop if you're riding anywhere in the area. You have to ride it. Get up there. The views are spectacular. You won't regret it.
Yeah, that was an incredible trail. I can see why it's the most popular one in the hills. Just absolutely gorgeous up here.
Yeah, like I think this is better than Harney Peak.
I think so too.
I mean, to be able to drive your UTV right up to this and then pop right out with your whole family, no problem.
That's a good point. It's nice that you can drive.
Super accessible.
Yeah, nice that you can drive all the way up here.
There's definitely some like stomach gripping moments, at least for me as a person who's afraid of heights. Like this is not my favorite part.
Oh yeah.
You're afraid of heights?
Yep. And
I didn't think it was that bad, but
that's good.
yeah.
Because if you thought it was bad, then it's bad.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so we just finished the Custer Peak trail, or at least part of it, going from our campground, from the Roubaix campground up to the summit. Now we're heading kind of west, I think, toward Dumont ride. We're on road 219.1, I believe.
Yep, should be a quick jog. Ah, another giant slash pile. Holy cow. Wonder if they just stop doing those small ones and just do the big ones now.
You know, for the big forestry stuff, they might.
I mean, why not? I mean, they're gonna stand there and watch it anyway.
Exactly.
That was a good tummy jumper.
Yeah. Alright.
So is that it, or?
Yep, 206 right here, to the left.
Alright.
206 or Besant Park Road.
There are a lot of dogs there, so that's why I call it bark.
I don't know, maybe so.
Cool old buildings.
Yeah.
That old place.
South Dakota Historic Ranch. Property is...
Ah,
The old shed out there. There's an old barn, an old shed,
Yeah.
a really old house. Cattle.
Ah, man, that's pretty. I can see why people settled there a long time ago.
yeah.
Quick battery change and goggle clean. Machine's running great, holding up nicely. I don't know. I wonder what the story with this is.
I think it's a chimney.
Well, obviously. I wonder how long it's been there.
Oh, this one's no water. It's super itchy. Don't step over here.
What's the waterfall here?
Like, look how many bars. One, two, like bigger than my face. Whoa!
Stay on so it doesn't blow away.
Hi, dear.
Alright, so we started there in Roubaix, the lake, and we went up this way, went all the way up to Custer Peak, which was super cool. So now we're down at Black Fox, so now... Oh,
There's an old chimney and the rest of the house parts. And
so we could continue over to Rochford Mystic, or we could continue south from Black Fox. I'm going to go to the southern map.
did you say, Grant? Talk loud.
TP. Hey, look, there's gonna be a TP on the left, guys.
Grant, look that way.
Alright, so we have left the Black Fox ride, and we are now in the Antelope Springs. They were right about this being remote. It sure feels remote.
Yeah, it does. I love it. Did you go there?
Yep.
This thing. Oh, the first one has a puppy on it. That one's for you, Grant.
3501 Antelope Trail, Antelope Hills, heading south, northwest of Red Bank. Good job dodging that.
Yeah, I didn't know what the heck it was.
Sometimes it's hard to see in the shadows.
Yeah, this is back to kind of a gravel mud, but that was a long stretch of grass.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Poopy mud.
Should be pretty windy.
I can put this back on.
There we go. Left, 35, 50. Well, there you go. That's what these roads are.
There's big tall pines. It's kind of cool.
Yep.
That cow came out of nowhere.
Alright, so now we're headed south. We completed our time on Antelope Springs. Was really cool. Now we're heading south on 117.5. We're going to meet up with 301 or 6 Mile Road. We're going to take that east toward Ditch Creek. Actually jump back on the Antelope Springs route for a little bit, and then wind up at the Ditch Creek campground. We're going to drop off our gear and find a campsite, and then I think head out and ride that Ditch Creek area. Maybe do a night ride tonight too.
Alright, so this is the first of our Ditch Creek marked trails. Cool background here. Oh.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Jesus.
Wonder how Grant is sleeping through this.
Is he really?
Yes.
Should be taping
I
that.
will. Our kid is asleep. And this is the stuff that we're crawling over.
Oh, whatever you want.
Oh, there.
All right, Grant. Okay, what's the plan? You have the flashlight.
Yep.
And what'd you say if I what?
Oh.
If I see something,
Dangerous.
okay.
When you see a monster, you just go bye-bye.
Oh,
Okay.
you told me a minute ago, you said if we see something scary, just run out of the cave.
There's 3
There's 3 caves. Oh my God.
1, 2, 3. Which one?
Neat. Oh. Wow. Oh man, is it cool right here.
You got a flashlight on.
You got the flashlight on, huh?
Whoa.
Whoa, good catch.
If you see something dangerous, it's more like that way. Oh. Are you going to put a what? Whoa. It was.
Oh, there's that other opening. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see a heart. Okay, it's a little bit longer. Other one. He that's the other one.
They're all the same cave, buddy. They'll connect.
Think of all the love matches you could erase with a power washer in about half an hour.
I know.
Oh, what? Oh, there's like a little mini area there.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to
Look up what this is.
look up. There's no way this is natural. That has to be.
No, it was all created.
Has to be carved, cut. Cool.
We're gonna climb up.
We're gonna climb up that one?
Yeah.
All right.
Dad, I did a sequence.
Nice. Good job.
Here.
All right.
Try to not fall. No. Ah. Scary. Dirt. Dirt is slippery.
It is slippery.
Oh,
Whoa.
I did this like 20 times already
Oh, really?
on this path. This is pretty deep.
Yep.
That is
Come on, you can do it. You're almost there.
time. Can you climb on?
There you go. You did it.
Yep.
So we pulled into the campground at Ditch Creek, basically talked to the camp host. He saw all of our gear and was like, you don't need to stay here, I would go here. So we're now redirected to, basically we're going to take much more western tack here out to the Summit Ridge Ride and check out an area that he pointed out that has a canyon and some other remote camping opportunities that has pretty awesome elk opportunities and really nice sunset views, so we're gonna head out that way.
My wristwatch is broken, my shoes are untied. Time is a-ticking, and so is the tide. But I am not worried, things are what they are. Come rain or come shine or a shooting star. I've been to the south, I've been to the north, east and the west, the middle of course. I may have been astray, but I've never been lost, never been beat by the road I've crossed. I guess I've been lucky to some degree, for someone who ate all the fruit from the tree. The stars been aligned and my goose hanging high. I'll be okay in the sweet by and by. I was born at morning on the first day of June,
That is Wyoming. That is the border of the Black Hills National Forest.
My mom was a sweetheart, my father was too. They left me a watch and an old pair of shoes. I guess I've been lucky to some degree, for someone who ate all the fruit from the tree. The stars been aligned and my goose hanging high. I'll be okay in the sweet by and by. I'll be okay in the sweet by and by.
Well, how's it going?
It's extra windy up on top of the mountain, so
Yeah.
we're making do.
Yeah, it's a nice thing about this big tent.
What?
But, I don't know, can you still see? Yeah, a little bit. The view is spectacular. Looking over, I think it's Newcastle, Wyoming down there. You can just see forever. All out here by ourselves, eating hot dogs. It was a fun ride, pretty on the way out here.
Smells good.
Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching. And be sure to check back every week for more videos. If you are interested in more information about this trip or some of the others we've been on, be sure to check out our website at northwoods.family.